All right, Poetik
My guy,
Flakko.
man. Hey, bro, it's been a long time coming, man. It's been like what, like 18 months since like we did our first one?
I think so, man.
Yeah,
About
right.
that.
Listen, Cam was the first person. Now, I'll be real, right? Like when you were getting into like the quote unquote an industry, right? You remember people who are just genuine people, right? Like Cam was asked, actually, like I told Adam to actually, right? Feel me? Right? So Adam, like, I guess used like in his favor with you, say, yo, can you interview Flakko? And you just say, yeah, man, sure, right? And you actually like drove all the way to No Jumper, you pulled up. So man, listen, man, like I appreciated that, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. From the start, from when I first seen you, I was like, oh yeah, this dude got talent.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, for sure. We got it. Definitely, man. If you want to do an interview, I definitely got him, man.
Man, sure, listen, man. So Cam actually had my first interview, right? Like ever, you feel me? So now we back. Listen, like after you, man, I feel like I took like a hiatus from like doing like actual interviews, but we back to it now.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I'm glad to have you back, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Well, talk to me about No Jumper, man. What's going on at No Jumper these days?
Man, listen, I feel like No Jumper had this phase when everybody left where it was like uncertainty, right? Because you remember at the time when everybody left, it was like after like the Richard Spencer, the Destiny thing. So people thought like, is No Jumper deviating away from hip hop and going into like, like the political stuff and like the streaming stuff. So I felt like when like everybody left, there was a period of uncertainty. Right now, man, I feel like No Jumper is in a great spot. There's two new shows now. The Here We Go Again with me, Dejan, and Suspect, and then Bricc Baby has his No Statement show. So yeah, man, like, and just in the last week or so, man, like the biggest quote unquote news in the city or like in like the internet hip hop space, black sector YouTube, man, is like the DW Flame and Bricc stuff, right? So I do feel like No Jumper right now is making right, like we're in like a great spot right now, man.
Yeah, yeah, man. You guys always got talent there, man. Adam finds good dudes with good takes.
Man, listen, like Adam finds the diamonds in the rough, bro. Because Adam found me when I had like 1,000 followers and on Instagram, right? Like it probably had like I don't know, like 10 or 12,000 subscribers, and right, and on the YouTube, right? So yeah, bro, like, and Adam and his I guess his genius is this, is he keeps people around him who sort of like keeps him, like tapped in, like, right, like for example, like this week, and like he's interviewing like this chick called Mickey Truth, and she probably has like 12,000 subscribers, right? So it's like he's tapped into everything that's going on.
For sure. Well, what is your take on the Bricc Baby and DW Flame thing?
Yeah. So, all right. So, I don't quite understand it, right? And here's what I mean, right? Now, like for example, if somebody is a racist or they hate blacks, right? Me and that person probably wouldn't be cool or in the same vicinity, right? But when it comes to gangbanging, it's a little different, right? Like you could be a op homeboy or an op enemy, right? So I feel like if I accept an openly racist person as like my friend, then can I really be upset if they call me like the hard ER sometimes, right? Feel me, right? Because it's in their nature and I accept it. So, if there's things called an op homeboy, if people are accepting ops as the homeboys, then I feel like there should be some grace when it comes to like the lingo, right? Because, if that person is saying, a particular word to like their friends and their homies, and they slip up here and there talking to you, I don't feel like that should be seen as something that's too derogatory, right? But here's what I really didn't understand was when the reaction was, why didn't you crash out, right? And I'm like, hold up now, bro. Like, so Bricc Baby is at No Jumper. He's doing a job at his workplace. The word came out of homie's mouth and he quickly apologized before it even, right? Like, so like, I guess I didn't quite understand why people want him to crash out, but that's just another example, man, of like what's plaguing our community, right? Is this crab in the barrel mindset, is this crash out mindset, right? Like people are willing to die over a word, but won't die over what really matters, right? Right? Like people, listen, like folks will say, yo, Bricc Baby, crash out, kill it. go to jail over that word being said, but then I say, hold up now. Okay, cool. So crash out over a word. So you wanted Bricc Baby to, let's say, to squabble, hurt, or kill Flame. But when we look at the other issues, I don't see like the same tough guy shit, right? Because again, George Zimmerman, right, murdered Trayvon Martin. George Zimmerman has been out here as a free man, grabbing coffee, chilling and cooling. George Zimmerman has been taunting Trayvon Martin and the entire black race. I ain't see no touch him at all, right? Guy who killed and Derek Chauvin, right? Killed George Floyd, went to jail. Ain't touch him. It took a white man to like get justice, right? So I'm just saying is this, right? Is we're so quick to say crash out on your black brother after he make a mistake, but the same ain't really, like the same are nowhere to be found when it comes to like what really matters, right? Which is, okay, so you are okay with Bricc Baby crashing out on Flame, but you're not okay, or you personally don't have like the balls to crash out on Zimmerman, right? Or like Derek Chauvin, right? Like why do like I guess I don't understand like why when it comes to us black folks, man, like we are so quick not to extend grace to our own people, but we always extend grace to the other people, the whites. Right? Like you, like, right? Like, for example, here, don't you find it odd, right? That are saying Bricc Baby should have crashed out on DW Flame over a mistake, but no black man has ever touched Derek Chauvin or George Zimmerman?
I'm not gonna comment.
Right?
I'm not gonna comment.
Ain't that strange though, homie? Right? Like, wait though, right? Like, ain't that, like, again, like, ain't that picture strange to you, yo? That when it comes to our own, ain't no grace, ain't no forgiveness, ain't no humanity. You make a mistake, I'm gonna kill you. But when it comes to what really matter, who we should really be after, is all the grace in the world. It don't make sense to me,
I hear you.
Yeah, hey, now listen, it don't make sense.
You mentioned when everybody left No Jumper.
Yeah.
What was that period like for you?
Man,
because it had to have been kind of rough, like these dudes were, AD, Terrell, man, they was like the top dogs over there, man, and they left, and you decided to stay.
Mm-hmm.
What was that period like for you?
Well, like, so, okay, I don't want to say like good or great because it's like, I guess it didn't really affect me, right? And here's why. I was always told by my daddy, right? Now, again, like I seen that who ain't really have father figures in their lives, they did the opposite of what I did by picking sides, right? Meaning, I was always told that if two friends who knew each other before you are beefing, mind your business and stay out the way, right? It got nothing to do with you, because if you speak up and pick a side, well, when they back together now, you now are the out dog, right? So, yeah, bro, like it didn't really affect me, right? Because, I minded my business. I with No Jumper. I with, right? I with AD, T-Rail, and Community World, right? So I with both sides. So now I feel like the only difficult part about it was trying to figure out where we were gonna go from here, right? Now, there was some ignorant niggas saying, yo, Flakko, like, why didn't you leave, right? Like, why didn't you ride with the cause? And then my question is, where am I going, right? Right? Like, what are the other options, right? Now, we've seen, though, AD and T-Rail and the others like Duno and Smacking them, they've bounced back. Can we say the same for everybody else? Right? So, again, those are my guys, right? I love everybody, right? Well, no, you have like Big Brother Entertainment, right? So I'm just saying is this, right? Like, if you gave, let's say, everybody else like the choice again to stay or to leave, knowing how things will like play out, I feel like probably T-Rail, AD, and Community World and back on Fig at Community, and maybe like Big Brother Entertainment, right? Like maybe like they will still say, yo, I'm leaving, but I just don't see everybody else like saying, yeah, I'm a, right, like, I'm a leave as well. Definitely not Lush, right? So like, I'm just saying it's kind of like, I just always knew where my home was or where like, is the most beneficial spot for me, right? Which is, staying right now. Staying and like things being uncertain was a little bit tough, man. But, it's not really tough if there's no other options,
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
For sure, man. Yeah. It was kind of a wild time right there.
Yo, so when you was watching this though, was your mindset, yo, it's over? Or like, did you know that like...
I don't know. I knew Adam he's gonna come back, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I mean, yeah, dog. I feel like, man, once you knew this interview shit,
yeah,
and you kind of know the game, it's like Adam could take a year off. Like Adam could shut No Jumper down for a year,
and come back
and still do his thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like he know what he's. I feel like I could do it. I feel like Vlad, any of us could do it.
Yeah. All right. Now, if you were in my position, would you have left or stayed?
I'd have stayed.
Why?
Like you said, what were you gonna do? And you were just barely getting on, right?
Yeah, like so this was like probably like right, cause so I came 2022 May. And everybody left like February, I think, or like January, you feel me? Right? Ish, right? So like I'm like 10 months in. You feel me? Like where am I going? You feel me?
Yeah.
Right?
You weren't really established.
Yeah.
Kind of like you are now.
Yeah, right. Feel me? And then also too though, Kim,
plus like loyalty though too, right?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Adam got you had 12,000 subscribers, so
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was only, show some loyalty to Adam and stick it out, stick through the tough times with him, man.
Yo, Kim, listen, right? No, Kim, right? So listen, like when I met Adam, I probably had like, I don't know, like $6,000 in my account, right? You feel me? I was not doing like well, right? Bro, I'm 5 months ago, I sent my mama 50 racks on stream, right?
Damn.
And that's because of that white man. You feel me, right? And he put me in position to win, right? So I can't say, yo, bro, like, Adam took a chance on me, got me early, right? Listen, like, me a year ago, nobody would have touched me or like hired me or like given me any type of opportunity, right? And he put me on, right? So like, if you get put on and I would have chose to leave, like, right? Like, it's just dumb to me, right? And it's extremely disloyal. And then 3, let's be real here, bro. Like, who do you know, Cam, who has fed more starving than Adam?
He's did a lot.
Listen.
He's put a lot of people on, man. A lot of talent has came from Adam.
No, but but it's past the talent though. Like, for example, anybody like now can say, you know what? Damn, man. Yo, Flakko's doing good. Let's grab Flakko. Yo, FIBJ ain't doing good. Let's grab FI, right? Who do you know? Another white man who has said, yo, damn, he has 1,000 followers. I can mold him into being a star. And Adam has done that time after time after time after time. So I'm like, if we know that, like, that white man has fed more like starving than the Salvation Army, right? He has done it time after time after time after time. Like, don't we at least have to allow him grace to like fix his, right? To like at least like fix his mistakes, learn from it, come back to it, right? So I'm just saying, it's kind of like, if that man has fed more starving than anybody, if that man has put more niggas on than anybody, if that man has took chances on a lot of us when it was probably too early to do so, I just didn't even feel like it, like that it was an option to even leave, even if there was other options,
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
For sure, man. Well, Kodak Black just got out of jail.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Kodak Black?
Listen, the first time Yak went in jail, man, I think it was like right?
That's when he was looking at like, I think 3 or 4 years or something like that.
Right. Cause he took some, right? So
is that what I thought it was over something else.
No. So and there was a chick, I think, I forgot the actual town or city, right? So she claims that Kodak invited her to his hotel. When she got there, according to her, she was 17 years old. From the Google, yeah, right? Kodak Black and a 17-year-old girl. So he apparently raped her and took some. Now,
but he wouldn't have been in the feds for that.
No.
Was accused of rape in 2006. Okay.
And
Kodak Black was accused of rape in 2016 and faced the charge of first-degree criminal sex conduct in South Carolina. He was given a plea bargain in 2021 to the lesser offense of assault and battery and was sentenced to probation.
Right. So
this would have been after.
Yeah.
That's probably what he's on. That's probably what he's on probation for right now.
No, right. So after that happened, my mindset has always been Kodak Black, right? Listen, if anybody go to court for any type of sex charges, whether it's Kodak Black, is Big Sean, or anybody, and you plead guilty to taking some, I don't got no respect for you. I don't got no sympathy, right? It's you. But then even after that, his actions afterwards sort of reinforced me saying him, right? So you already a piece of for taking some that ain't belong to you, right? Right? You're a weirdo. So he leaves that and starts doing the meth or the crack or the coke or whatever he's on, right? That is a junkie and a fiend. But I felt some sympathy because we seen Kodak Black being arrested, and his mama, a Haitian mama, was at his knees, Cam, crying, begging, baby, please get right. If this don't stop, I'm going to myself. Stop. And that said, yeah, mama, I'm going to do better. Left that, went back to jail for some more drugs, got out, and went back to jail again for some more drugs, right? Now, this time, they claimed that, that it wasn't coke, they misdiagnosed it, right? It got dropped. But nonetheless, though, right? And that's particularly why I've been cool off the. But even still then, I don't think that he has still done anything yet where I would have still said, Cam, lock that up, right? You feel me? Like, keep him behind bars. But when he got out and threw them rocks at them good white folks, lock him up. And here's why, right? Now, I have no sympathy for a hard-headed, right? You have been afforded millions of dollars. You have been afforded chances after chances, time after time after time. Bro, the president of the United States pardoned your black ass. And you're now in a position, bro, where everybody around you wants you to win. The fans is rooting for you, but you continue to fuck up time after time after time, right? So I'm like, listen, if Yak is clearly somebody who don't want to do right, Yak want to be a criminal, why do we now say, pray for Kodak, he's struggling? No, listen, Kodak, he's a able-bodied, sign in the head, bro. He ain't struggling with no issues whatsoever. I believe it's time for us as the fans, us as the media, bro, to stop babying Kodak Black, right? He has had enough chances. I believe that belongs in jail. Anybody, bro, who can do a 4-month or 5 months bid and they first day out of jail is back to doing crimes and throwing, nah, Kim, like, I'm done with that. If I'm locking back up.
Were you ever a fan of his music?
Yeah, bro, listen, like, so folks have to say this, right? That I'm not a fan of hip hop because I hate rappers. I love Kodak Black music, right? I love to listen, man. When Yak says, I don't understand the confusion on Young M.A. as long as she got that was the line of the year. I love that Yak, right? But after a while, when do our patience wear thin, right? Listen, bro, there are starving kids. There are poor kids in Southside Chicago who need our prayers, right? There are starving Africans who need our prayers. There are single mamas who need our prayers, right? There are rape victims who need our prayers. Why do we continue to waste our prayer on a big black like Kodak Black, right? Who clearly don't want to learn, who clearly don't want to change his life. Listen, being released from jail, Cam, is the happiest moment in anybody's life. right? Being locked up like a animal and stepping outside and breathing fresh air and free air is the happiest time in anybody's life. But for him to pick up a rock and commit a crime 20 seconds after being released shows, bro, that Kodak Black, bro, he's just an animal that there's no saving. Lock it back up. You feel me? He clearly likes jail. Why he likes jail, we can all probably speculate, right? You feel me? Right? There's probably fentanyl in there, drugs in there, right? And in there, who knows, right? But he clearly likes jail, and it's time for us to stop praying for the nigga, man.
Blueface says he likes jail.
Yo,
when he called in.
Listen, that was concerning to me, right? Because Blueface to me ain't never gave J-Cat, right? Like Kodak Black is a J-Cat, right? He's clearly he's clearly like a weird fella. Blueface is light-skinned, tatted, the with him, gangbanger, right? It never gave J-Cat. So I would like to hear, right? Like why Blueface loves jail. I don't want to assume, Cam, why Blueface loves jail. Right? We can all probably use like our assumption and say, what do you mean? But that though speaks towards a larger issue, right, Cam? Right? Is we march and say, yo, man, the crime bill is a grave injustice. Black men are being locked up. Mass incarceration is wrong. And this is telling y'all we love jail, Cam. Right? This is telling y'all we love this. We love it. Right? So why it's only black folks, right? It's only us. Do we advocate for the worst percentile of our population, right? White folks ain't marching for no criminals. Not happening. Hispanics ain't marching for no criminals. Lock them up. Not happening. Indians ain't marching for no criminals. Not happening. Somehow only, right? We put the most resources into our worst percentile. Meaning, bro, why are out here marching? Listen, why is out here marching against the crime bill? Why is Meek Mill, Jay-Z, billionaires talking about crime reform or prison reform? This is telling y'all prison is great. They love it in there. Why do you think, Cam, that haven't just say, you know what, bro? Y'all are right. Love it in there. Let's take them resources and give it back to the who ain't really about that, right? But for example, if you have Michael Rubin, Jay-Z, and Meek Mill, Lil Baby, all of them got access to over $1 billion. Wouldn't that $1 billion be more serving, giving it to the inner city kids who ain't joining no gangs, ain't in the streets, who say, yo, I want to go to college one day, I want to do right? Wouldn't it be more beneficiary if Jay-Z, Michael Rubin, Meek Mills, and all the billionaires can say, you know what, bro? We have access to $1 billion. Let's take this money and give it to those kids who like ain't corrupt yet. Why are they concerned, Cam, right, with saving the who can't do right? You know why? I believe it's a part of a larger agenda, right? Clearly, the infrastructure want like that to be free. Clearly, they want like that out in the free world. You know why, though? Because as long as like Kodak Black is out in the free world, right? That brilliant black boy who got a chance to make it out, he stands no chance. How many times, Cam, have you heard, bro, of a star high school athlete, 2 weeks until he goes to college, gets murdered in his hood by some random no good for nothing? We hear them stories, Cam, time after time after time after time, right? Because again, if you're somebody who's in the hood, who really got ambitions to get out and stay out the way, there's gonna be a no good for nothing who's gonna find you. And the infrastructure relies on like Kodak Black to make sure that them bright kids don't, you feel me, don't make it out.
So keep Kodak Black, keep him there.
Listen, man, lock that up. Listen, Cam, I will personally, 100% personally, if those news reporter needs, you feel me, character reference, need an advocate to come to court and speak on their behalf, bro, I will personally, Cam, come to court and tell the judge, Kodak Black is a menace to our community. Lock that ugly up.
I seen in one of the interviews, I kind of wanted you to touch on this a little bit more, man, that 1090 Jake was instructed to do a hit piece on you.
So look, I misspoke when I say hit piece, but he was instructed to investigate me. Now, as a black man, whenever I hear that a white man is investigating me, I think the worst, right? Because what's the need? Who told you to investigate me? I still don't know that answer yet, Ken. And all I'm saying is, if 1090 Jake is a dude, again, 1090, we've had conversations, we cool, right? You ain't never pick up that phone and told me, hey, bruh, these boys told me to investigate you. Who did it? Now, I'll be real. It was fairly odd that the white man got sent at me the minute I started speaking out against Young Thug, YFN Lucci, and street culture, right? That the moment I start speaking out against that, they send a white man at me, right? And now, when it comes to that in particular, I'm not really upset at 1090 because, again, bruh, business is business. If he was told or paid or given instructions to do so, and he did so, I can't be mad at him, right? Because one, he ain't find nothing, right? Now, you feel me? You know, I would have been happy about him, you feel me, coming along and saying, yo, for real, I ain't find nothing, right? Because I ain't a weirdo, right? But I just never heard from him, or he never told me directly, right? I had to find out by him doing just like an interview and him just saying it just in passing. I'm like, ooh, like that's and that's interesting, right, Kim? And here's why I'm a little concerned, right? Now, if my message, Kim, was all cap, right? If I was just spewing hot air, then I don't think anybody would take me seriously, right? Like, for example, we seen Malcolm X and Martin. When Martin was talking about desegregation is a race issue, man, they ain't pay him no mind, man. As soon as Martin says, hey, yo, we about to march for classism, classism is the real issue, right? There's clearly a poor class that's been exploited. We all have to march. They said, hold up. you spit into, hell nah, right? And who did they send at Martin, right? Again, when Martin was talking desegregation and the race, they sent at him because they really wasn't concerned. He wasn't a threat, right? But as soon as he started speaking the real that can really affect the infrastructure, they sent the white man at him. Malcolm. When Malcolm was a part of the NOI and spewing the race, man, bro, man, right? And they ain't take him seriously. As soon as Malcolm went to Mecca and found, yo, white Muslims existed, came back and started preaching unity, oh, they sent the white FBI agents at him, right? So when I was speaking that real too, right? When I was on that revolutionary, when I'm trying to save my people, and the first thing they do is send the white boy at me, now, Cam, I'm starting to think, all right, like, what's the larger agenda here, right? Where is it coming from, right? Because make no mistake about it. If 1090 Jake was asked to do something, then that means other white boys was asked to do something. Lush One tried to end me too. Again, that's my boy now. We cool, right? But Lush One tried to end me too. Now there's two white boys being sent at me now. Lush and 1090. So Cam, at what point do we say, yo, who's under the attack? And where is the larger issue coming from? And what's their main issue with Flakko? Who's doing it, right? Now, I probably have a theory, right? Probably, feel me, it's the CEOs, you feel me, of like Viacom, iHeartMedia, you feel me, right? You feel me? I have a theory, probably, feel me, it's the infrastructure who's coming for Flakko. But still, bro, like, why ain't my brother 1090 Jake call me and say, yo, Flakko, I was told to do this, I researched you, and came back, you a real, but yo, these folks told me to do it. I got a call like that, you feel me? So,
What do you think they were hoping to find?
Listen, when it comes to, like, for example, right?
Probably some up charges or something?
Yeah, right, like rape or right, feel me, right. Because listen,
because I don't think the snitching would have really affected you much.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So they had to have been looking for some sexual type of charges.
Listen, Kim, listen, right? Listen. And that's why, Kim, like, I feel like I'm the scariest man when it comes to hip hop media, right? Because the blueprint has already been set, right? You dig in somebody's past, find some snitching shit, and end their career. That blueprint has been laid out, right? And fall for it every time. But for me is, like, how do you, like, expose Flakko, right? Like, listen, I'm a snitch, I'm a rat. I've admitted that already, right? I've snitched, yes, cool. So now how do you expose me? Now, Lush, like, try, like, the sexual, because the fans, listen, fans are so cold, right? So the fans sent Lush, like, a criminal, right? But though, and it was another dude who was like 35 or so in Ohio. His face is on the mugshot, but the fans, like, they send Lush a screenshot of like one page and says, this guy called here, right? So they said last name Jala, right? My last name is also Jala, but it was a different first name, face, and everything, right? So they've already tried. Now, am I so sure that it was the fans who sent Lush that? I don't know. I think it was the infrastructure who probably sent Lush at me with the fake receipts, hoping that the wasn't smart enough and they would have turned, right? But they ain't turned for me because they all seen it, right? So yeah, bro, like, again, Cam, I don't know, right? But even you have to admit though, Cam, it's kind of suspicious, right? That as soon as I start speaking on the streets, as soon as like I start advocating, Cam, that now, like, you feel me? Like, now, like, 2 white boys got sent at me. Hey, man, you know.
Have you been getting any threats or anything from anybody over the stuff you're saying?
Yo, listen. I had a call, man, with a real powerful executive in Atlanta. You feel me? Yeah, right. So, you know, and he called me, man. And apparently I had heard some wrong information, but I was repeating that information as if it was facts, right? Right? Cause 1090 Jake did like a video on him, right? So I thought that was all facts, right? Filming, right? So I'm moving around as if, you know, like it was all facts. So they called me and said, one, like the snitch thing is all fake. He like never told. And he's giving me grace because I probably, feel me, you know, heard some wrong information. But don't make that mistake twice. You feel me? Right? So, listen, I had to somehow respect it because I ain't do my own research, right? I ain't pulling up myself, right? I ain't go digging myself. I was just taking another man's word for it, right? So, at that particular instance, if you tell me, yo, this fake, well, hey, like, you know, like, my bad, right? Feel me, right? I know. So, like, in terms of, like, direct threats from, like, somebody who's actually in a position of power, that's the only one. I get threats from starving every day, Cam. It don't bother me, right? Because, one, like, the quote-unquote street who want to kill Flakko, how? Like, you don't got no car? right, like, feel me, right? Like, you know, you, like, have no car, no, like, none, zero transportation, no money, right? Like, in what scenario is a decrepit, starving, bum street gonna be in the same environment as Flakko? Not gonna happen, right? So the day-to-day threats that I get from, like, the starving, bro, I don't give a fuck about it, right? Like, my only quote-unquote fear or, like, concern is the power structure. You feel me, right? Like, when that CEO called me and said, yo, I with you, but this information here is wrong, cool, right? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But a starving street who is in a YouTube comment section, nah, man, hell nah. Man.
YSL case.
Yes.
Young Thug.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on it?
Listen, Thug is clearly guilty, right? Now, Thug started this gang, I believe, in 2010 or 2011, right? So, just based off the RICO situation, right? You started a criminal enterprise, and that enterprise has been used for crime, right? Just off of that charge alone. Well, Thug started, right, I think YSL in 2011 or 2010. Thug started a gang. It wasn't a label. YSL was a gang at first, right? So Thug started a gang in 2011 or 2010. 13 years later, that gang was composed of street who was outside in Atlanta shooting, robbing, and killing. Off of that alone, I don't give a f if Thug directed to hit himself. Off of that alone, he's guilty. Now, let's continue. Thug, by eyewitnesses, went to Hertz Rental and rented out a vehicle. The eyewitness was with Thug when he went there, right? And the eyewitness name is YSL Woody. He was with Thug when Thug went to Hertz Rental and rented out that vehicle. Thug then took the rental and gave it to Yak Gotti and some other men. YSL Woody was with Thug when he gave the car to Yak Gotti and his crew. And there's a dude within the crew who stated, Thug gave us this vehicle and instructed us to go ahead and kill YFN Nut, right? So I'm saying there's a preponderance of evidence here that Thug was really out here terrorizing the streets of Atlanta. And I'm saying, Cam, people having a visceral reaction when I say I wish life on Young Thug, but don't have a visceral reaction to the 17-year-old boy that was killed at the hands of YSL, don't have a visceral reaction to YFN Nut, who was a father to multiple kids who was killed at the hands of YSL, right? So, nah, right? I don't give a about no rap, right? I don't care how poppin' Thug like songs are, bro. Thug clearly, beyond a preponderance of evidence, I believe, was involved in some stuff that destroyed the black community in Atlanta. Thug did it.
Well, that phone call too.
Yes, right? Listen, right? But even that though.
Break down the phone call for me.
Yeah, right? So yeah. So pretty much, a female got shot. Now, an eyewitness called and said, yo, this chick here, like, just got shot.
Female got shot? That's what they said?
Right? Yeah, right? Yeah, right?
Hold on.
Yeah, look it up real quick.
I thought it was a female that called in.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And she said that, right, that a girl got shot, and I was told that Young Thug was who shot her.
Young Thug identified as the alleged gunman on 911 call during YSL RICO trial. The Atlanta rapper was ID'd by an unidentified woman in the 2013 incident. She identified him as the shooter of a mutual friend.
Yeah.
Before clarifying that she was not sure of who that could be.
Right, cool, right? So look, bet. So she identified Thug as the shooter in the shooting of a man or woman, right? But still, right? So look, people will say, well, that's hearsay. She don't know. She heard he was the shooter. All right, cool. So okay. So Thug being named right as a direct shooter. All right. Thug actually starting a gang. Cool, bet. Thug giving a vehicle to Yak Gotti and others to kill YFN Nut. All right, bet. Thug being in charge of a gang who killed a 17-year-old boy. Cool, right? So it feels like people every which way is making an excuse. And then finally, as soon as they realize, yeah, he did it, but so what? It's the streets though, man. Free Thug. Huh? How is that okay? People like Young Thug have the opportunity to save a lot of kids. Thug was a multi-millionaire. Thug could have easily said, hey, bruh, we are done with crime, right? Yo, we done beefing with, right? But let's put everybody on jobs and businesses. Thug could have saved half of Atlanta, Cam. But instead, Thug led them to their demise. And to me, that's more sinister, right? Now, if you just a hood who's in the hood, bruh, you're just out here thugging and beefing, cool. But you a multi-millionaire. You had the opportunity. You had the choice to save every one of those black men right now who's about to serve life in jail. You had the opportunity and the time and the resources to save every one of them. But you chose to pay them to do murders, killings, robberies, and crimes. Nah, bro. Young Thug, man.
What's your thoughts on NBA YoungBoy?
You know, like he's a pill popping junkie, man. Listen, bro, like, right? Oh, sorry, right? So look, and he's somebody, right, where like whenever he comes and he like comes like in on like Instagram, right? With his clout chasing activities of like putting like a perk on the tongue or filming, right? Or like sleep out like the pill jar. We always say, yo, bro, NBA YoungBoy, man, bro, we praying for YoungBoy, man, bro, get help. This Negro set up a camera right here, Cam, right? Like this. Lay down and close his eyes with the pill jar right here. And decided he was going to post it on Instagram. There's clearly somebody who, one, is content with their choices. Two, don't want to change. And three, have every resources to change if you want to. So when I see him high out of his mind, perked out during the Gillian Wallow interview, and there's people on Twitter and Instagram saying, pray for YoungBoy. I'm like, bro, don't our prayers have better use? Again, Cam, there are kids in the inner city right now, bro, who don't know where's the next meal, bro, right? There are kids right now who's in Africa starving. There are rape victims, right? There are, you know, or like single parents right now who are struggling, Cam. And you mean to tell me that we don't have a better use for our prayers? That we're about to waste it on like YoungBoy and Kodak? Bruh, quite frankly, bruh, Cam, I'm being real, bruh. If YoungBoy died today, Cam, I wouldn't bat an eye. I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't give sympathy. I'ma say that's what that get, right? Because that had had like every privilege in the world, bruh. Listen, he got arrested at 17 years old, right? For like an attempted murder, right? Because him and his friends did like a drive-by, right? So, and he had every chance, right? And the judge said, yo, you know what, bro? You have potential, right? Here's a 10-year suspended sentence. You go out, son, and have a career and change your family life, right? So he gets breaks every chance. For example, in like California, got caught with the pistol, but apparently like, right, like it's like adverse possession or something, and he got off. So he gets breaks every turn he goes. He up and get a break. I'm telling you, bruh, as somebody who's been that privileged, who's gotten that much breaks, bruh, us as poor folks, bruh, we have better things to do with our time than to worry about YoungBoy's health and safety. If YoungBoy passed away right now, bruh, right, we warned him. He's a pill popping junkie clout chaser, man. That man.
The drugs, that you spoke out against, man. You're blaming the death of Juice WRLD on Future.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So people also too, again, man, has a visceral reaction to me saying Future is responsible for Juice WRLD death, and I wish nothing but death in jail on Future. But they don't have a visceral reaction to the kids in the inner cities who are dying by the dozens from drug overdoses because they were led down that path by Future. Again, it's not even me speculating, right? Now, I would understand, right, if I was taking A and B and jumping to D. Juice WRLD himself told us, I ain't start doing drugs until Future. Future is the reason why I started doing drugs. So he already told us who led him down that dark path. And the drugs killed him, right? So...
But how can you blame... How can you blame Future, bro, if they don't even know each other at the time?
Sure. But he said, though, that again, right? So look. So Kim. So if I sell an 11-year-old a bag of right? And I got him at 11 years old, and that motherfucker lived to be 23 and die. Am I not responsible for his death because I got him addicted, right? So I'm saying, now, Future never gave Juice WRLD a bag of perks and pills, but he gave him them songs and that music that brainwashed Juice WRLD into thinking this is cool. And Juice WRLD said it was that music that led me down that path. So if I'm just as responsible for an 11-year death, if I give them a bag of at 11 and turn them into a junkie, then I believe that Future is just as responsible because he gave Juice WRLD that music, homie, that led Juice WRLD into doing drugs.
Okay, I hear you, but I personally don't believe music is influential as people say it is.
Why?
Well, compared to, what are we comparing its influence to?
Oh.
So are we comparing it to your family? Are we comparing it to your environment? Because I believe those things are way more influential than music.
Sure, look, let's speak on the environment and the family. Juice WRLD was in band. Juice WRLD was a straight A student. Juice WRLD was actually surrounded by people who were about to go ahead and go to college and do great things. Juice WRLD mama put so much attention into them kids, yo, that them kids was on the right path, Cam. They're about to go to college, be scholars. Juice WRLD mama did all the right things, right? While she was at work, man, she put them in these after-school programs and made sure they had positive role models, right? She made sure they weren't outside gangbanging. And that's proof, because if you look at Juice WRLD's in early life, Cam, he was in band. He was doing he was an honor roll student. So the family and the environment matches up, right? But it was the music, Cam, that overcame the family influence and the environment influence. Because Juice WRLD mama was a hardworking mama, right? Worked 16 hours and had them kids out of the streets into school. And Juice WRLD was surrounded by them band kids, by them science kids, right? He was a straight A student. So if he's telling you that Future's music influenced him over his family and his environment, why don't we believe him, right? Because if we do believe Juice WRLD, now we're saying, okay, he's telling the truth, that Future music was so potent that it convinced him to stop doing band and pick up drugs. And I'm saying, if Future's music was so potent that it convinced Juice WRLD to do so, how many more do you think who ain't had as much going on as Juice WRLD?
I want to overlook this, bro.
Okay.
Because something's missing.
Okay.
People don't just do drugs if everything on the inside is good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you know much about addiction, but when you're on drugs, bro, something on the inside isn't right. There's more to the story,
Hell
bro.
nah. Cam.
There's more to the story that we don't know, man.
Man, Cam, listen, right? Man, Cam, hell nah. Listen, man. If
let me add this, bro. I grew up, a lot of my homeboys did drugs.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say I never tried.
Yeah.
But I never did. I was never an addict. I never did drugs on no daily basis.
Yeah.
And I seen
mm-hmm.
That's because I made that choice.
And
I was definitely influenced to do. I could have been doing all types of drugs if I wanted to. Like, a lot of my friends, some of them are fucked up off of drugs.
Yeah.
You know, their life ain't never been the same.
Yeah.
So I was in the environment. I was actually seeing the.
Yeah.
I still made my own decision. Like, yeah, I'm not.
No, right, Cam. But I've watched, again, just like, again, like kids that I know in high school, right? We've seen, again, these ain't dealing with not nothing. But as soon as, man, dirty soda in the styrofoam, spending days getting mind blown. Woo! What is he rapping about? Give me that link. Let me, you feel me, right? So like, we've seen those, bro, Cam, and I've witnessed kids, Cam, who, man, bro, listen, bro, life is good for them, man, right? Right? Like, they're good. They're not battling nothing out there. They good, but they still turn to drugs. Cause why? Cause dirty soda and that styrofoam was hitting, right? They want to play that song and relate to it. But here's where it gets more devilish, and here's why I call Future the devil, Cam, right? Those say, yo, I'm trying to relate to this. I want to know what it feels like, man, right? To put the dirty soda in that styrofoam, add them Jolly Ranchers, man, be in the whip with the homies, man, drinking that bitch and sliding. I want to know how that feel like. But then when we look at it, the devil himself tells like, and his friends, the devil himself tells his kids, the devil himself tells Nicki Minaj, man, I ain't never gonna do that nut ass shit. The f I look like doing drugs, Nicki? Hell no, I ain't never done drugs. So I'm like, hold up now, bro. So this devil realizes that what he's rapping about is wrong, is up, is misleading, but he's still doing it to profit, knowing that he's destroying thousands of lives, even millions of lives. Now, you tell me, Cam, is that not a devil to you?
What? Hold on.
Dad, listen, right, Kim, look, right, Kim, listen.
So knowing that, okay, but that would assume he really believes he's destroying thousands and thousands of people's lives. I wouldn't, if I was him, I wouldn't believe that I was destroying thousands of people's lives. Maybe, I mean, and you know what? Let me say this: there's exceptions to every rule.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? So to say that, you know what I'm saying, nobody could be that influenced by music isn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Anybody could, there could be exceptions to any rules.
Yeah.
So Juice WRLD, just from me thinking about this, could have been an exception to the rule to where he just really fell in love with music and was just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be this.
Ken, listen.
But that's...
What? Wait. Are you saying that he did not know? But then, okay, cool. So you mean to tell me that somebody who's on the level of Future, who go to these shows and see them teenagers with the styrofoam cups, feel me, right? Saying, yo, Future, he again turns on Twitter, sees those teenagers with the styrofoam cups saying, from dirty soda in the styrofoam, spending days getting minds. Wait, hold up now, bro. And he turns on Instagram and he sees them same kids.
Are you saying Future never did drugs at all?
And he told Nicki Minaj that he don't sip lean, that he don't do perks, he don't do nothing, right? And guess what? This was in the heyday of him making that music. So I'm just saying is this, right? It's the moment that he stopped and said, this shit is retarded, is stupid, I ain't never gonna do this shit, but he still went into that booth and told him, this shit is cool to do. You's a devil now, right? Because it's impossible for him to say, oh, I ain't know I was influencing them kids when at that particular time, March Madness, yo, he was a cultural staple. Bro, there were dressing like Future with the styrofoam in their hands doing videos, Cam, right? That shit was cool to do, and he knew that kids thought that it was cool to do. And yo, we ain't never heard her like him say, right? Yo, this shit is dumb. Don't do it. Drugs ain't cool. I'm not popping perks. I'm not drinking lean. Don't do it, right? Right, but the people will say, yo, Flakko, you are too harsh. Yo, Flakko, you just cloud chasing, man. I'm like, how? Like, y'all mad at me for saying that Future is this, right? And that he deserves to die because he has led thousands of to their deaths. Like, y'all are mad at me for saying King Von wasn't no good either when Von said, yo, he makes go and slide music. Von said he made go and slide music. Von saying, yo, my music is for the kids who want to pick up a stick and go slide on their enemies. So Von music has led thousands of kids as well into a jail cell. And I'm saying that these idols that y'all worship, them ain't shit. They're bad people. And again, we have to put it into context, intellectualize it, and recognize them as bad people. Because again, right? in 10, 15 years, if we allow the people, right, again, especially, bro, like the white liberals who feel bad for like Von and the inner city, right? If we allow them to tell the King Von story, oh, he was a rapper, he was a great person, he was an angel. No, I have to speak like this, Kim, so I can just make sure that we are just, put it all into context.
I don't think anybody's saying King Von was an angel, bro. I don't think anybody is.
No, right. But they would say, yo, man, listen, man, Von was influenced by like his environment. It wasn't Von's fault. It's the system's fault. It's huh? No. Guys like Von and Future made bad choices. They were bad people, and that's fine, right? Like we can still say, you know what? They were, I guess, like they were like good rappers, but they were bad people, right? So I'm just saying is y'all don't have, like, y'all are not angry at Von, at Future, and at other rappers for leading down a dark path, but y'all are mad at me for saying, I wish upon them what their music has caused upon them kids. To me, that's the issue that lies right there. Why are you mad at me for saying, yo, Von was not a good person? But
I'm not mad at you.
Right.
I just feel people should. I'm the type of person, bro. Like I take responsibility for myself, as you know what I'm saying. Even when the shit ain't my fault, I never try to let myself get in the mind state where I'm putting my life and what happens in my life onto anybody else.
Sure.
That's all. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So that's why. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was blaming other people for your life being bad or for other people's lives being bad. I think it's just I don't know what the word is, but it's not a productive way of seeing the world.
Sure. Listen, it's not a productive way, but it's the reality, right? Meaning, again, if those artists corrupted and brainwashed them early on, right? I'm talking about 11, 10, sometimes 8 or 7 years old right now, right? Listen, Cam, I seen a 6-year-old having a King Von birthday party. Wait till that 6-year-old turned 10 and start researching what his idol Von was doing. Oh, I'm trying to be like Von. Von told me that if I aim for the leg, I gotta aim for the head every time to be tough. Wait till that 10-year-old who's been glorifying Von since he was 6 years old start to do his own research in the lore of King Von and start to imitate who King Von is. Wait until that happened. Now guess what? No, that 10-year-old, that 6-year-old could have made his own decisions. He's 10, he's 6. He was brainwashed by Von's music, Dirk's music, Future's music, Boosie's music, NBA Youngboy's music, Baby Drill music, right? Young Nudy's music, 21/7. Like he was brainwashed, right? Again, this is not like a dude at 25 years old.
Hold on.
What's up?
Don't you think a 6-year-old having a King Von party, don't you think that's a little bit on the parents too?
Sure. Yeah. Listen, 100%. It's on the parents, but it's also on the artists as well, right? Because again, a 6-year-old at that time probably ain't truly understanding, right? Like the context of the songs. It just melodies and flows. But as soon as like 10 years old, he starts to understand it. Well, it's too late now, right? Look. And even if a parent say, yo, you cannot listen to Von in this house. Well, as soon as that kid goes to school, on the school bus, right, at his friend's house, at basketball practice, well, Von in his ears, right? There's no way to parent that out of the kid, right? These artists are, again, Von and Future made millions of dollars off of brainwashing to their deaths into a jailhouse. They profited from this, right? So I'm saying, where do we place blame at? Cool. Parents, what, 50%? Bad. So where is Von and Future at? 20%? 10%, 30%, what?
I don't know.
What?
I just for me, I don't really see music as. I think the environment. First of all, you can't even gangbang. Even if that kid wants to gangbang,
Yeah.
he can't gangbang if his environment don't allow him to. How hard? I mean, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, bro. But if you don't come from an environment where there's gangs, it's gonna be really hard for you to join a gang.
Can't listen, right?
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Could you come? What was your environment like? Did you have gangs in your environment?
When I spent 4 years in Philly, yeah.
What about the other times?
No.
How hard would it have been for you to join a gang if you wanted to join a gang?
To join one or start one?
Either or.
Listen, fairly easy for me to say, yo, Vaughn, oh, damn, yo, Heatman is niggas with sliding. Yo, bro, let's start a gang. Listen.
You think you could have started a gang with, you think people would have actually wanted to gangbang?
At 14 years old or 13 years old in like middle school, you mean to tell me
but
that
y'all didn't have no gang, so who was you gonna be?
Yes, start a gang. Yes, listen, right? So look, like, and there was a point where gangs ain't really exist in this, right? And what it took some rowdy 13, 14, 16-year-olds to say, yo, let's come together and beat this army. So I could have for sure convinced a couple of no father having, desperate, no good for nothing to say, yo, bro, like, let's start up a gang. We tough, right? Listen, that, like, Cam, listen, Cam, like, Cam. And that would have been probably the easiest thing I've ever had to do in life. To start up a gang and convince no father having, starving, decrepit, crevices looking to join my gang, bro, it would have been easy, right? But I'm just saying this, why is that idea even being put in my head? Because I turned on a Lil Durk song, or a Von song, or a Baby Drill song. And I'm just saying, Cam, is if we say, fine, the parents are 50% responsible, can you tell me, is the favorite artist 10% responsible, Cam? Can I get 10%?
Okay.
Cool.
I'll give you 10.
Cool. I bet. So that means that Future is 10% responsible for millions of deaths. Come on, Cam.
Millions of people die. People dying from fentanyl, bro.
Millions of deaths.
I don't know how much people are really overdosing, man, from lean.
Right? No. Wait. Lean to my pill. Listen, Future talked about everything, right? Lean, pills, and fit, right? So I'm saying if he's responsible for 10%, 100,000 deaths, is that not enough for us to say, oh, that's the devil and he deserves everything that he has imposed on them other kids, right?
I hear you, man. I hear
Bro,
you.
Wait, though, Cam, no. Wait, Cam, no.
I'm going to say 10% of the influence.
Yes.
I don't know if he's responsible, man. I don't know if I can give him the response. I think I gotta retract that, bro, because I can't.
Nah, right? He's 10%.
No, bro. I just can't see myself ever allowing a person
at 10 years old, Cam, come
to
on
lead
now.
me. I was 10 too, bro. But even when I was 10, like, I knew, like, drugs, you're gonna die if you can do drugs. Okay, I don't give a what these are talking about on this record. You know what I'm saying? If you take drugs, bro, you're going to your life up. Like, I knew that at 10, bro.
All right. So what if now, right? The quote unquote like drugs, right, became culture now. Now, guess what? Like the shirts now, and have like the bright purple, have the white styrofoam cover with the purple spilling out. Now it's fashion. Now the cloth is like lean now, right? The pants is lean now, right? Like the artwork now, you feel me? And on Instagram and on MySpace and Facebook is lean now, right? Again, man, like folks forget that it was a cultural phenomenon, meaning like the artwork, right? Like the t-shirt graphics, like it was leaned out because of Future. It was peels out because of Future. So like it's past just, drugs is bad. No, it's like these made it a cultural phenomenon. Was trying to wear like the graphic tees with the lean on it. So you mean to tell me, bro, that a 10-year-old wearing again, like the fashion, the graphic tees, seeing, filming, like the IG graphics, hearing the songs, that 10-year-old is going to be conscious and woke enough to say, no drugs, no pills.
He's not, but his parents have to, bro. His parents got to make sure that he knows what is going on.
But Kim, how's that? Wait, right? But then Kim, how is that fair, right? That these parents who work 16-hour days, right? Because, like, for example, a single mama is doing 16-hour days because the raggedy daddy ain't step up. She's trying her hard, working 2-3 jobs to feed her kids. And while she's gone, Future is brainwashing them. And we saying, yo, it's your fault for working 2 or 3 jobs to feed your kids and letting Future brainwash them. Like, how's that fair, man?
I mean, that's a fucked up situation. I'll agree when the mom doesn't have a dad.
Yeah.
And the mom has to raise the kids. That I agree.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let Future raise your kids, though.
So
you got to figure it out.
But how the Juice WRLD mama, though, said, yo, go into these, like, after-school programs. So she was proactive and did everything that you were asking her to do, Kim, and Future still got to her, right? So how do we save them now?
Look, man, I don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
But you got to responsible for yourself. I believe that that's a big part of it.
Yeah, man.
But okay, we're gonna have to just agree, disagree.
Yeah, okay.
You got some good points.
Okay.
I agree. You got some good points.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. See,
I'm not gonna take that away from you.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Punchmade Dev.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey.
What's going on, man? You're gonna put this guy in jail.
You can't listen, right? Can't listen. Like, rap think they tough until you play ball. So here's our beef, man. So here's how my beef started with punchmade Dev, right? So punchmade Dev did this video with this YouTuber, like Tommy, right? Like Tommy G, right? So he was supposed to take Tommy G through a day of scamming and show him different methods, right? So punchmade Dev is not a smart guy, right? He's pretty dumb, right? Like, he's not intellectual. Punchmade Dev don't really have the resources, the wherewithal, the intellect to really, like, pull off these like real intricate, high level bank fraud scams and shit like that, right? Car cracking and shit like that, right? But punchmade Dev took Tommy G through a whole bunch of smokes and mirrors, pretending like he was, like cracking cards and, like, on the spot and hacking into, like, accounts, and right? But he was not hacking accounts. He was not cracking cards, right? There was a point in time where punchmade Dev told Tommy G, yo, I just hacked into this account. I'm about to go there right now and pull out $600. When he got to the ATM, I paused the screen and it showed Dev's name, right? So he was pulling money out of his own account, but convincing Tommy G that he was hacking accounts and scamming. Why? Because here's the real scam, though. So Dev do these collabs, have you thinking he's a real high-level scammers with these methods, and that's to now say, yo, like, these dumb and impressionable who also want to scam and make millions too, yo, come into my Telegram. I'm going to teach you how to do these high intellectual scams that I don't know how to do either, right? So here's where Dev's real scam is. So Dev do these collabs with, like, Tommy G and lie about knowing how to pull off these high and intricate scams to lead these kids into his like, Telegram. And then as soon as those kids are into his Telegram now, Dev tells those kids, yo, I'm selling $20,000 Cash App accounts. Send me $200 and I'm going to give you the login to this $20,000 Cash App accounts. Now, mind you, these are, again, kids, right? Like 14, 15, 16-year-old kids who are now sending Dev $200 thinking that they're about to get a $20,000 Cash App account. And then as soon as they send it, Dev stops responding, right? Now,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
If you send somebody $200
yeah,
for a $20,000 Cash App account, you deserve to lose your money.
No, they're kids though.
Okay, yeah, that's a lesson learned, bro.
Right?
That's
Right?
I mean,
Right? No, right? But though, guess what though? But like, again, like,
it's wrong as for him to do it.
right? But though,
but
like, and those kids though have no reason not to believe it. Why? Because their favorite creator, Tommy G, just posted a video on his channel vouching for Dev being a high-level scammer, and Dev is taking him through the actual scams in Lifetime and doing it. So they're thinking, oh, he's legit. He's a real scammer. He can teach me how to scam too, right? So like now, like Dev, like Telegram had like 100,000 plus, again, kids in it. 100K plus kids was in that, like that chat, right? Guess what though? It's read only. So when the kids get scammed, there's no typing, right? No, it's that pretty much saying, yo, and here's a new account, right? DM me $200, right? So like, right? So, and he hates me because I paused his quote unquote like Tommy G scam video. I paused it like and said, nah, like, no, Dev is not no high level scammer. Like, he's not hacking bank accounts. This is his own account. He's lying to y'all, right? And here's why he's lying. So Dev seen my take on it where I'm warning people that this ain't no real scammer. He's a liar, and the quote unquote scam methods is for him to scam these kids out of $200. So Dev seen that video and he DM'd me all type of shit, like, oh, I'm gonna f you up, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna dox your mama, right? Like, here's like your mama. Again, listen, right? So look, so Dev, right, sent me like probably 4 screenshots, right, of mad people's info, right? Because, and he assumed, right, like my last name is Jala. So, and he did, I'm talking about basic level research, right? And seeing there's other people's name as quote unquote Jala as well. So those folks must have been like mine, like, right? So, and he doxed them all, right? And found their names, their address, and their SSN, and said, see, look, I got your family's information. And ain't this your mama? Bro, Cam, like, my mom is in Africa, right? Like, she don't even have, like, right, you feel me, right? Like, and like SSN, she's like in Africa, right? So I said, oh, if that was my mama, you would have doxed her. Oh, bet. So now we're playing it, right? Cool. So Dev will troll me back and forth, blah, blah, right? Now guess what? Dev, though, Cam, like, stop trolling me. The second he found out that I really called, right, and his local PD, right? Dev stopped trolling me the moment he found out that I picked up that phone and called Lexington Police Department and told them, yo, Dev is doing this. Here's the screenshot of him doxing. Here's blah, 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 right? And they told me, yo, bro, like, Dev is already being investigated for like here. So and his friend died. And they were like, I guess like Dev's like name was involved in that bullshit. So they said, yo, listen, we like are already looking into him for this, right? So please call us back at this and give us everything. I called them back. I gave them everything I knew. You feel me? Now, also, too, listen. I said, look, so I knew, right, the Devil's in Chicago, right? Now, I knew the Dev and, and had some real issues in that city because Dev chain got snatched, right, in that city. So I knew this scary is obviously going to have a gun on him, right? So I found out a couple of things, you feel me? I made some calls, and boom, Cam, Dev got booked for a gun chase, you feel me? Now listen, am I 100% responsible? Probably not. You feel me, right? But Cam, I did my job. I got that arrested and booked, and Dev is probably going to do like what, like 5 years, maybe 3 years in jail. You feel me? Which is cool. You feel me, right?
Over what he did to you, or for everything?
Gun possession. You feel me? But again, Cam, if he came fucking with me, right, and I responded the only way I knew how, which is to like get the police involved. How am I wrong? Again, these will say, man, bro, like that's some whack shit, bro. Like, we don't tell. All right, so y'all expected me to pick up a stick and go slide on Dev and my life up? No, I know the antidote to street niggas is the police, right? Right? Y'all are tough to like me because y'all feel like y'all could bully us or y'all got, okay, cool. But I know the only that y'all can bully, right? And that's the police, right? So Dev came with me. I was minding my business. He came with me.
Hold on, you weren't minding your business.
What?
You was exposing him.
No.
Let's keep the record straight.
No,
you wasn't minding your own business.
No.
Bro.
Tommy G and Dev did a YouTube video, meaning they are putting out the content for public consumption.
Okay.
So if I'm reacting to again, YouTube video that's for public consumption, if I'm reacting to it, well, that's me just giving my honest reaction, right? You feel me, right? And hey, listen, and like once I put it out there, I left it at that. You feel me, right? I left it at that. So I was minding my business. I was just reacting to a Tommy G video that's already there for public consumption. And Dev decided that he was like gonna get tough with me. And then also too, Cam, I promised Dev, bro, as soon as trial starts, bro, I'm gonna be there. I am begging right now. I'm begging right now, right? For them to allow me to at least come and give a character reference and on Dev. Feel me, right? But I guess it's kind of like my stuff like it really right like has like the relevancy there, right? So I'm begging to snitch. They're telling me like there's no reason for you to come, right? But I'm asking to Cam, like I want to tell, bro, listen, Cam, like I want to go take the stand, look Dev in his eyes, and have him know that I'm the reason why he's about to go to jail for like 5 years, hopefully, right? So I'm asking to rattle him, right? Why? Because Dev deserve it, bro. You out here scamming hundreds, thousands, over 100,000 plus kids, teenagers, out of $200 funky, right? But I'm the bad guy now. According to the streets, though, Cam, I'm the bad guy, though, Cam, for ratting on like punchmade Dev, but punchmade Dev ain't the bad guy for scamming teenagers. Man, like, come on, man. It's dumb, man, right? Oh, two, Cam, right? Two. And here's why I really want him in jail, right? So Dev thought that he was scaring something, right? When he pulled up to Melrose, right? At the store launching, feel me, right? Now, and he came early as hell, right? As soon as I got told, yo, punchmade Dev is up here, I said, yo, I'm gonna be there in 15 minutes, right? I'm coming, stay there, right? I'm coming, stay there. So Dev thought that he was gangster, that he was gonna pull up on me, scare me. As soon as I got there, Cam, and he was gone, right? And he was gone, right? So like,
did he know you were coming?
So I'm sure people there probably say, yo, you feel me, right? Cause as soon as Dev got there, right, people say, yo, like, and he's here, like, we don't know why, right? I said, cool, I'm on my way. You feel me, right? So I guess they warned him and like he left or got kicked out. But I'm like, listen, bro, like, now you're playing a game of coming to my workplace, right? Why? Right? Why? Right? Because...
So, hold on, he wasn't invited?
No.
He just showed up out the blue?
Yes. At the store. Right? Just out the blue. Right? So, I'm like, all right, so now you're playing. Now, again, Dev is no threat. He's no threat at all, right? Dev was a 2K YouTuber, Cam, right? He was a 2K YouTuber who was a fanboy. I'm talking about an absolute fanboy. Again, going to every shows, concerts, right? A fanboy, right? Of the scam rappers in Detroit, right? Like TJX6 and them, right? He was a fanboy of them. Again, bro, Cam, he's in their comment sections. Bruh, punchmade Dev was such a fanboy of TJX6, bruh, that he ran a fan page for TJX6. He was a fanboy. So that 2K gamer, aka the fanboy, he became a scam rapper to emulate TJX6. So I know Dev is, I know he's not like that, right? But because he want to, you know, I guess like cosplay as a quote unquote gangster rapper, cool. Show me you're a gangster rapper. You feel me? Because I don't believe you, like at all.
Being that, you know, you hate the street dudes, you hate the gangsters,
I
the
despise
music.
them, man. Yeah.
Why choose to be in hip hop, which is dominated by street dudes?
Yes. Because the culture of hip hop isn't that. Look, there's guys like J. Cole, Corday, Black Thought. There are guys who are not hoodlums. There are guys who are not leading kids down a dark path, right? I'm in the hip hop culture to warn people about these streets, right? I'm here because if I'm not here, Kim, who's gonna do it? If I'm not here to say, yo, this is dumb, they're cancer to our community, these rappers, who's gonna do it, right? Because Kim, listen, like who else? Me and maybe Charleston White, but he's also like a dirty street too. So like he's not even like I'm the only one, right? But I've heard people make that same argument of if you hate the street so bad, then why are you in hip hop? Wait, hold up now. Like when did hip hop become just about the gangster shit? When did hip hop just become about, yo, let's tell to slide and drill and other black men, that's what's cool? When did hip hop just like become about, yo, these drugs are cool, do these? Listen, I am a critiquer, right? I'm a cultural commentator. I'm in hip hop because I love hip hop. I just hate the raggedy, funky rap who are destroying this shit. You feel me? I love Nas, right? I love Black Thought, right? I love J. Cole. I love Corday. I love the rappers who are, again, making an impact without the shit. Or at the very least, I can respect them all, right? So look, at the very least, I still think you a bitch ass, but I can respect you if you put out like a theme and say, yo, before every song, this is not true. This is all rap cap. I'm lying about this. I'm telling a story. Please don't go outside and do this. You put out the caveat and right? I can at least respect it. But my job, Kim, is to save these kids from these rappity rap. So I'm in hip hop for the sole purpose, Kim, is to save these kids from these rappity rap. And I believe that hip hop is much more than just gangster rappers.
No, I agree. Hip hop is much more than gangster raps. I was just saying that gangsters are a major part of hip hop.
Sure, right? Sure.
Gangster rap has been a major part of hip hop through the history.
Yes.
Even as early as NWA.
Here, right? Yes. Even like here, right? NWA was like what, like 90 what? Like 90
80s.
Like
Later
80 what?
80s.
Like 88.
87, 88, 89.
Bad, right? Boom. Bro, kid, listen, right? Even during those times, the gangster rappers was viewed as dweebs, right? During those times, no gangster rapper, Kim, could come to any hood and dictate and politic on anything. They were looked at as dweebs, right? And it was the streets that dictated. But in 2024, somehow, right, we now are, or again, we are idolizing the quote unquote dweebs, aka gangster rappers. We now like take their words as gospel. We are now being influenced by the gangster rappers. And I'm saying, no, that needs to stop. Because in the 70s and the 80s, these gangster rappers, words ain't mean a goddamn thing. These were dweebs, they were hoes, right? These couldn't go to any urban community in America and dictate anything, right? So I'm saying, bro, in 2024, I'm in hip hop to make sure, bro, that these kids know, bro, that like Dirk, Von, Future, Savage, Boosie, Gucci Mane, and others, that ain't cool. Here's a path, right? Again, school, college, job, corporate America, right? There's always been a clear-cut way, especially in this country, Cam, on how to escape poverty, right? That's you, again, like you go to school, you graduate high school, get a job, don't have kids until marriage. You follow those 4 steps, Cam, you will escape poverty in this country, right? So I'm saying there are gangster rappers who are making their job and duty to lead those kids down a path of poverty, a path of crime. I'm just here to say, yo, bruh, what they say. You graduate high school, you get a job, you don't have kids, right? Until marriage, you will escape poverty and live a good life in this country.
I hear you. Well, Katt Williams,
yeah,
destroyed the internet.
Yeah,
Man, said some wild things, accused a lot of people of a lot of stuff, mostly of, saying no to Diddy's parties,
yeah,
putting on dresses, and, people wanting you to do, wild things just to make it.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on it?
Yo, listen, so on the first listen, bruh, so here's just my, just how, and I operate, right? If you start off a story with you lying to me, then everything else you gotta say, right? So when Katt starts off with, I read 3,000 books, right? I ran a 4.140 in my prime. I can currently run a 4.3 40-yard dash. Listen, as soon as you start off lying to me, bruh, I disregard everything else you gotta say, right? And especially if a Negro starts off a story lying to me, well then I just, right? So just based off those things, I took everything else like Katt said, with a grain of salt, right? But do I believe though, right? That people, again, Ludacris, right? Do I believe Katt when he says that Ludacris was able to pivot from the rap to the movies because he came to this Illuminati meeting and he signed a deal? Do I believe that? Probably not, right? But I do somewhat believe though that there are there are always going to be agents of the infrastructure, meaning this. Steve Harvey, when he comes out and says, yo, you should always put your paper ahead of your integrity, right? Why mess up your opportunity trying to have integrity and morals and speak? Once I hear that, he's an agent of the system, right? Because he's preaching and pushing these rhetorics that solely benefits the power structure, right? Yo, y'all are out here as a skilled worker class in Black America, right? Again, the football players, the actors, the rappers, they are skilled workers being exploited by the system, right? So if you have a spokesperson who's a figurehead in our community saying, yo, don't speak up for yourself, right? Stay quiet, take the check. Okay, clearly Steve Harvey is being bought out, right? So that manner, I definitely accept the Katt Williams theory of there are figureheads in, I guess, the culture or Black America who have been bought out and who are being used as tools, right, against us. Now, do I think that Kevin Hart is one of them? I don't know, right? Because Katt says that Kevin Hart is an industry plant because Kevin Hart came to Hollywood and got 3 movie deals. No, sorry. He came to Hollywood and got a movie deal within 3 months of being here, right? All right. So Katt Williams don't with Kevin Hart because he feels like Kevin Hart is an industry plant because he came to Hollywood and got a movie deal with in 3 months, right? All right. While the person he's currently on tour with, his sister, who he done loving on, right? His sister Monique, well, she admitted that I got the Parker deal within 3 months of being in Hollywood. So now you have to ask yourself now. All right, well, if Katt Williams had an issue with Kevin Hart being a quote unquote an industry plant, and he believes that he got undeserved opportunities because he's an industry plant, and his proof for that is he got a deal after 3 months in Hollywood, then is Katt Williams gonna say that Monique is an industry plant as well? Is Katt gonna do these interviews and go off on Monique as well? Or is Katt full of shit and don't really have an issue with right like, or is Katt full of shit and truly don't have an issue with Kevin Hart being an industry plant, or truly don't even know he is, and he's just hating, right? I would say that if both comedians did the exact same thing, and you are mad at the short Black man who's also this short Black midget who's getting opportunities, right? Essentially, Katt Williams and Kevin Hart shared the same ecosystem. So him going off on other Black men who share the same, right? Like, who share the same, here, for example, right? If they need a short, funny Black man, they call him Kevin Hart and they call him Katt Williams, right? If they need a Black comedian, they call him Katt Williams, probably Cedric, Steve Harvey, Martin Lawrence, right? So if he's only going at the people who share the same ecosystem as him, then can we just say, all right, maybe it's not about him trying to expose these people for the better good of us. Maybe he just has an issue with these people getting opportunities and over him, right? And that's proof of it because Katt Williams is on tour with Monique. He's given her mad opportunities and mad love, and she did the exact same thing that he is mad at Kevin Hart for doing, right? So if he don't call out, again, if he doesn't calls out Monique, but he only calls out the Black men who share the same ecosystem as him, then I'm just inclined to believe that he's hating.
You think he's just mad because
he's hating, man?
He messed up the opportunities, is what?
Listen,
because I mean, he was supposed to be
the guy, man.
The guy,
right? But though, listen, I hate the word he like. I don't like the word he messed it up, right? And here's why. Katt to me has the same, like personality trait, right, as myself, right? Where I'm defiant, I'm uncooperative, right? Right? If you tell me, yo, jump right, I'm about to ask, why am I jumping right and you are still staying? Like, why, right? So it's right. So if you have like that mentality, bruh, like you would never make it in like Hollywood, right? So is it's not that Katt messed it up. It's that those opportunities was never for Katt, right? Because Katt just like Katt don't have the personality to fit into Hollywood, right? So he's now mad at the people who do have like a more like reserved personality. Like they're more cooperative. They're more easygoing. And he's mad at those people for selling their souls and selling out. But bro, like me and you ain't never gonna sell out, right? So like, right, like don't be upset that they ain't give it to you. Like just say, bro, you feel me? It's not for me,
Tasha K.
Yes, man.
She's being sued.
Man, listen, she's being sued by Kevin Hart, right? Listen, one, I love Tasha K, right? Listen, bruh, just past the work. Just in terms of, bro, Tasha K as a black woman, man. Bro, is she beautiful, man?
She kicks ass.
Bro, she's gorgeous. I told my listen up, man. Like the pearly white teeth, the dark skin, her body. Bro, I love Tasha K, man. But again, like, and I digress, right? Feel me? I digress, K. But I love that black woman, man. But Tasha K, listen. I feel like Tasha K is being somewhat witch haunted, right? Because there's an unfair narrative now that Tasha K is a liar and she's just out here causing trouble. Well, that's not true, right? So folks who say, yo, Tasha K lied on Cardi B ain't really like read the lawsuit or understand exactly, right? Like they don't. Because look.
That's all. What she's accused, Cardi B sued her for saying she had herpes, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
but,
and she lost, and from what I understand, Cardi B just wanted her to do a retraction.
Yeah.
Tasha K refused to do the retraction.
Yeah.
They went to court. I think Cardi B wanted her to do a retraction. She said she wasn't going to do it. Cardi B sued her $3 million.
Yeah,
$4 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, right? So Tasha K did an interview with this chick who claims, I guess she worked at the strip club with like Cardi B, right? And she claims that Cardi B had herpes. Now again, Tasha K did the interview, right? Cool. So Cardi B wanted for Tasha K to take down the interview.
So you're saying the Tasha K didn't say she had herpes?
Well, there's more to it, right? But it started off as she did this interview where the girl said a bunch of things about Cardi B, including that she has herpes and like her like kid has like herpes too, right? Again, just some foul shit. I'm talking some foul shit, right? Now Tasha K, being an independent platform, did the interview. She offered Cardi B to come on and tell her side as well. So Cardi B said, no, take that down. I demand you to. Like Tasha's like, no, I'm not taking down, right? Like it's my platform. So there was a back and forth and real bad blood got built up. So Cardi B said hey, right? So like she tweeted something out about Tasha K, right? That had Tasha K filming. So then she turned on her YouTube live stream and started going off on Cardi B. I'm talking about roasting this, blah, blah, blah. And while in the heat of the moment said, you herpes having bitch, blah, blah, blah. But like she just roasted her, right? But because she did the interview, plus she's seen on live stream in a roast, in the heat of the battle, you have herpes. Well, that's defamation now, right? So I'm saying, bruh, her not wanting to take down that particular interview, that's her right. Her saying in the heat of the moment that Cardi B had herpes, does that warrant us calling her a liar? Does that warrant us now saying, yo, like she's not credible no more? No. Now, after the Cardi B thing now, there's this target now on Tasha K's back where whenever she's being sued or accused of lying now, we all can think, okay, she's guilty. Kevin Hart. She interviewed Kevin Hart's assistant who made a slew of accusations. And Kevin Hart, right, said, yo, Tasha, take this down, right? It's false. It's not true. So again, right? So look, so She now has learned from her like Cardi B mistake. So, right, so, and she tells Hart, hey, listen, man, I spent a lot of money making this content. I'm putting the content behind the paywall. I know how much it's gonna do, and here's a ballpark estimate of how much I spend on the content, plus how much I think the content is about to make me, right? Listen, I don't want any more industry enemies. If you can compensate me for what I'm about to lose, I will take down the interview. I won't air it, right? So Kevin Hart then says, extortion, and sues her now for extortion, right? And I'm like, how's that fair, right? She is doing what we have told her to do, which is, yo, listen, man, like, you know, if the story look you feel me, a little funny, don't air it. So she tried to give Kevin Hart the heart, bro. Like hey, bro, listen, I spent a lot of money, bro. I flew her out. I got the cameras, the studio rent. Just compensate me for what I'm about to lose. But when we hear Kevin Hart suing Tasha K, we automatically say that black woman is wrong. When, yo, no, bro, like, she's absolutely right, right? But though, like, this is like a weird trend, bro, of this unwarranted, like, Tasha K hate. And I don't understand, like, where it's coming from, right? Because, again, she has always been on code, right? Like, she has always protected black men, right? Like, she's the first one. As soon as there's accusations, like, for example, Jonathan Majors, she was the first one saying, yo, this man is innocent. He ain't do it. She's always on code with us. But somehow black men in this industry has continued to abuse Tasha K time after time. For example, Joe Budden did an interview with Tasha K. Now, Tasha K was talking about a slew of things during that interview. Cardi B made a voice note and on Twitter saying, man, Joe Budden is fake. I don't with him because he interviewed my enemy. And in result, Joe Budden said, yo, I'm not dropping it, right? And never released it. Well, no, sorry. I think he released it like probably like months later, right? But, and he's told Tasha K, I'm not dropping this because Cardi B is mad at me. And I'm saying, bro, like, this black woman took her time out, came to you in Jersey, sat down for a 2-hour plus interview, and gave you great content. And she ain't never bashed you. She was respectful. And you said, I'm not about to honor this black woman time and energy because a Latin artist called Cardi B told me not to, right? So I personally feel like, bro, it's like it's the Tasha K, man, had just gone through a lot of abuse at the hands of industry men, right? And she just gets a bunch of unwarranted hate, bro, that I don't think that she deserved, bro. I love Tasha K, man, you know, and I 100% got her back, man. 100%.
Joe Budden.
Yeah, man.
So I heard he doesn't really like you, like your takes. That's kind of crazy.
But Kim, like, you know what though? I don't know why, right? Because if you recall Joe Budden during like the Complex days, right? He was saying the same things that I'm saying. Yo, like, the black creators, we are an exploited work class, right? Like, we get exploited the most, right? Us as content creators, right? Us as broadcasters, athletes, we get exploited the most. We are the most exploited, skilled work class, right? So if I'm out here spreading that same message, I'm out here speaking up against the infrastructure, well, then why would Joe Budden hate what I'm saying? I'm picking up the fight that you had in 2019. So, right, like, and I still don't know to this day why Joe Budden don't like me. Now, I think I may know, right? I have a hypothesis. It may be because I called him out at some point, because during one of his podcasts, Ish, the light-skinned brother who's on the podcast now, and he tells Joe, yo, bro, like, we're going through right now, like, contract negotiations. Now, according to Joe Budden, when it comes to contracts, he don't speak to his friends about it. They deal with the lawyers, right? Because he thinks it's too messy, you feel me? Right? So, cool. But Ish tells Joe live, yo, like, the contract that your man's is sending me, who's currently representing you, involves some exploitative languages that's similar to the Kanye contracts that you told us that if anybody signs those contracts, they'll be a fool, right? So if his buddy is saying, wait, hold up now, Joe, like, you were speaking up for creatives and you was with us and you were our leader at some point. But now, as soon as you got with the new business, right? Like, as soon as you got with, like, the new manager, your whole, I guess, philosophy now switched. And now, instead of speaking up for us creators, you are now exploiting us creators, right? So when I give my take on that and say, Joe Budden engaging in exploitative contract practices with his friends and his employees is wrong. Because Joe Budden was the same person who was preaching against that. I think maybe it was that video that got him mad at me, right? But outside of that video, though, I think that me and Joe agree on a lot of things. And I only tell Joe this, bro. Like, you know how hard it was, Joe. Joe, you know how hard it was, Joe, when you was picking up that picket fence. Right, sorry, pitchfork, right? He knows. Joe knows how hard it was, man, when he picked up that pitchfork and said, yo, I'm going against the infrastructure. They are exploiting us. He knew how hard it was to tell other creators, yo, bro, they're exploiting us, bro, like, right, like, ride with me. And everybody said, no, Joe, like, you are like out of your mind and crazy, right? So he knows how it feels to pick up that pitchfork, bro, and fight the good fight by yourself. Right now, Cam, I'm the only one right now, bro, who's fighting that good fight, bro, by myself. So I don't understand why Joe will elect to kick my back in, right, and help the infrastructure beat me down when I'm just picking up the fight that he left down. Now, maybe Joe is kicking my back in because now Joe is a part of the infrastructure. I don't know, you know?
I don't know, man. I seen what he did to Adam, and I said, I
What?
don't know, man. When he brought Adam on the show, and
yo, listen,
man, that was brutal.
Yo, listen, like, I heard, bro, like, yo, I see, no, bro. It was like mad creators, right? Like, I'm talking about like YouTubers and rappers and other, like, I guess media personalities, right? Who reached out to Adam and said, yo, like, Joe Budden, like, snaked you, bro. Like that shit.
He snaked him big time.
That is not cool. You feel me? But again, though, Joe and his magic is like, he's this like, this indifferent, grumpy old man, like, who hates everybody, right? So like, right, so right, like, so like, even like, and him doing that, right, like, and him doing that to, like, come across as, like, you know, as like, you know, as, like, you know, like, it's on brand, right? Like, you know, Joe really doesn't, you know, like, he's not really, you know, like, he's not like the easiest person to get along with, right? So, like, you know, are we shocked that Joe, you know, like, backdoored or like backstabbed Adam? No. Now, am I shocked that Adam, like, trusted Joe to go on there? Yes, right? Because look, so Adam actually went in person and did the Joe Budden podcast, right? And Joe Budden fans said that Adam got the best of them, right? So in my head, if I'm Adam, I'm going to think I already went to his home turf and won the game. why would I even like put myself back into right? Like, right? Like, cause listen, right? Cause if now I'm at my most vulnerable point, I'm being canceled right and left. I'm like a big slob of steak to Joe Budden now, right? So why would I trust Joe Budden to be compassionate with me when I just went on his home turf and, and again, according to his fans, I got the W, right? So, I'm not shocked at what Joe did, but I am shocked that Adam trusted Joe,
Yeah. Sheesh. That was a hell of a snake move. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Diddy. What's your thoughts on Diddy and the whole Diddy situation?
What, listen, man. Now, hey, I'm always real cautious, bruh, when it comes to indicting a black man or just men in general, right, who hasn't been criminally charged, right? So if they're just suing him, I'm just always, Cam, I'm just real cautious, Cam, not to, go too crazy. But where I draw the line at is as soon as you, for example, right, if you sue me and say that I rape a woman, I'm never, ever, ever, ever in life, I'm not playing out, I'm not settling, I'm not giving, no, we're going to fight this out to the death in court. So, and even though I have some compassion because he was never criminally charged for something, the second he gave Cassie 50 M's and took that settlement, you guilty. You did it, right? Now listen, the only thing though, right, that I'm that I somewhat think, or I do think, right, that he should somewhat receive, backlash or cancellation for, is the alleged rape and him beating her, right? Because if he did that, then I personally don't think that Diddy should still have a platform, right? I don't think that he should still have these contracts, right? I think that us as a culture should come together and kick him out, right? Now now him messing with men and the freak off shit like that, bro, I don't care, right? I don't care. But if Diddy was a rapist and a woman beater, then where do we go from here, right? Because he's built into the fabric of the culture, meaning and he has revolt, right? And he's at right? And he has and he has ties at Viacom and BET, right? So he's built into the infrastructure, right? So you really can't it's hard to cancel him unless unless us, Viacom, BET, and everybody says, yo, this has to go. He has to dip. Now, is a civil lawsuit enough for us to say that he has to go? We need to remove this man from the infrastructure? I don't know, right? I always say, bruh, he has a day in court and be charged criminally. I think he did it. I think he's a f***ed up person. But if it's just a civil case, can I say that hoes who are suing him 20 years later, is that enough for me to say that he needs to be taken out and stripped of his money, his power, and removed? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that a civil case is enough for us to say that he needs to be removed completely from the fabrics of the culture. Now, if they Weinstein Diddy or like Cosby Diddy and take him to court, right? And can find something and charge him, and now he's get guilty for beating and raping women. All right, bruh, it's time to get that ass nigga out of here. But I just know, right, how the history of chicks lying in court. I know the history especially in civil suits. I know the history of chicks lying for a bag, right? And I'm not putting nothing past no, right? So if he is being accused of these things, take him to court, Let him have his day in court. And if he gets found guilty, yeah, I'm picking up that like pitchfork and saying, get that out of here. But I'm not taking no word of no, you feel me, right? Not happening. You feel me?
Yeah, the Diddy situation, man. Tough, man.
But Kim, like, he been a menace though, right? Like, bro, listen, bro, like, and he went to his son's, at, I think UCLA. He went to his son's football practice because his son was like 5'6". He was a midget, right? He wasn't really good at all, right? He barely played at all, right? So he went to his son's practice, picked up a dumbbell, and tried to murder his son's football coach because his son's football coach won't play him, right? So he been a menace, right?
Did he?
Yeah, look it up.
Let me see.
Yeah.
All right, now that you said that, I remember something like that.
Right? So, like, he been a menace, bro, like, you know, and he been a, right, you know, to wild out, right? So, like, again, like, you feel me?
Diddy ain't no punk.
Right. Listen.
Did he fought Drake? Right? Didn't he beat up Drake?
Bro, it's Drake, man. right. Listen, though. But, hey, so look. So, he did slap Drake, right?
Drake. Okay, yeah. 2015, Diddy arrested after alleged UCLA kettlebell rampage.
Yeah. You see, right? And he picked up a kettlebell and tried to knock it across the head of his son's football coach because his son's football coach couldn't play him. Diddy has always been a sporadic, erratic, right? But I'm just saying this, man. Feel me? I know Diddy ain't shit, right? Like, I know Diddy is a menace, bro. Listen, bro, like, and he slapped Drake. Yo, who in the world has an issue with Drake? Right? Like, he slapped Drake so hard that, like Drake like fell back and I think like broke his arm, right? Yeah, right. Yeah.
That bad?
Yeah.
No
right?
Shit. Okay, it was over that beat, right?
Yeah, facts,
0
right?
to 100 beat.
Yeah. And he tried to slap Kendrick at the VMAs, but there was a big dog there called J. Cole, and he said, not today. And being 6'5", he said, nah, Diddy, you not, nah, feel me? And he put the pause on Diddy. You feel me? Right? And
Wait, you saying J. Cole?
Yeah, right. So look.
Beat up Diddy?
Yeah, right. So look. So apparently, again, and here's the story, right? That's the, right? So Diddy had an issue with Kendrick for some reason, right? And J. Cole stepped in between that and whooped on Diddy. You feel me? Now, Cole even rapped about like his last fight being here, right? Look, right? So look, if there's a song where Cole rapped about Diddy fight. Look at that real quick. Right?
Okay.
Right? So like, and it was a big deal, I think, right? But like, it got like hair, right? So like, when it first happened, there were people and who was like talking about it, I guess, but it was like a real like weird rumor that we all thought was like a lie. But you know, Cole did put the pause on Diddy, right? So like, bro, like, right? So bro, like, if you are savage enough to slap Drake and want to slap Kendrick, who minds his business, bro, you know, you are probably, feel me, right? Like you probably ain't too above beating on women. But until I see some criminal charges,
Wait.
Yeah.
Did you just compare Drake to a woman?
Listen.
Saying that Diddy could, if he'll slap Drake, he'll slap a woman.
Bruh, listen up, bruh. Listen, Drake is soft. He's light-skinned, right? He's delicate, right?
He said he's delicate, bro.
No, right?
You can't be calling no man delicate, man. Come on.
Is he a goon or listen, bro,
you
listen,
don't
right?
have to be a goon to be not delicate, though, man.
Bro, man, listen up, man. Bro, listen, yo, like, he's soft, he's delicate, bro. And if you can slap Drake, if you can break Drake's arm, like you're not like too far away from me, right? like for example, right? Like for example, like who's a guy, man? Like who's if you can beat up Tyler the Creator, who's just a nice person, he's funny, if you can put hands on him, then you're not like too far off from like
who beat up Diddy beat up
no
Tyler?
no right now look guys like Drake, right? Like guys like Drake and Tyler, if you are so vicious enough to where you can beat up them, then just based on that temperament, homie, like you not too far off on you from hitting women, you know?
Okay. Well, do you know what the Kendrick situation was over?
Nah, man. You feel me? I don't know. But Kendrick, it is a blood, though. Feel me? And if you do like your research, right? Like Diddy has like a tumultuous history with the Compton Bloods. You feel me? So maybe it's that factor, but I don't know, man. You know?
Who knows? We gotta learn that. We gotta know what happened, why it happened.
Not in facts, man.
All right. Anything else you want to touch on?
Nah,
Before
man.
we get out of here.
Yo, we have to listen, man. We have to come here and do these interviews, man. At least once a month, man. Come on, Cam.
Well, I'll try to make it happen.
I'm
fucking with it.
Yeah, man. Bro, listen, man. Cause you and No Jumper, man, are the two biggest, I guess, platform and on like the West Coast, right? You feel me, man? So right,
well,
so
you got Vlad, but you mean dudes that are actually doing a lot of West Coast.
Yeah, you feel me?
Stuff.
Right.
Yeah, me and Adam. Yep.
Yeah, right. Cause Vlad is more synonymous with like the East Coast, right?
Vlad seems like he's been moving more away from the gangster stuff a lot more. He does a lot less drill. Mm-hmm. He's doing more like comedians and actors and basketball players and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. You feel me, man? Right, man. But though, listen, man. But if I can be, recurring contributor, man, on the two biggest platforms in West Coast, man, come on, man. Listen, man. I'm down for that, Cam.
Okay.
Yeah, man, let's do it, man.
We'll try to make it happen.
Yes, sir.
Man, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you, man.
Yes, for sure. What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.